Have you ever found yourself waking up several times during the night, shuffling to the bathroom in the dark and then lying awake for hours afterward, frustrated, restless, and exhausted the next morning? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. For many men over 60, peaceful, uninterrupted sleep becomes more of a dream than a reality. And often the culprit is hiding in plain sight: your prostate. Now, we don't talk about the prostate much, at least not in everyday conversation, but after 60, it starts to speak up whether we like it or not. And one of the ways it grabs our attention is by growing bigger, quietly, night after night. But here's the thing, it's not just age. There are specific nighttime habits, things you might be doing without a second thought, that could actually be making your prostate swell and your sleep suffer. That's why we need to talk about this. Because better sleep isn't just about feeling more rested. It's about protecting your long-term health, your energy, your mood, and your freedom to enjoy life on your own terms. So, tonight, let's start changing that. Let's walk through 5 common nighttime habits that may be silently enlarging your prostate, and what you can do instead starting today. Let's begin with something simple, but sneaky. Drinking too much fluid in the evening. You might think, but I need to stay hydrated. And that's true. Hydration is crucial. But when you drink matters just as much as how much. If you're loading up on water, juice, or even herbal tea late in the evening, say an hour or 2 before bed, your bladder doesn't get much rest. That means it's waking you up, sometimes multiple times, even when your body would rather keep sleeping. And here's where it connects to your prostate. Repeated pressure from a full bladder can irritate an already sensitive or enlarged prostate, making nighttime urgency even worse over time. A better approach? Stay well hydrated during the day, but ease off in the late evening. Sip gently if you must. Give your bladder and your prostate a break before bed. You'll likely notice you sleep longer stretches without interruptions. That's a big win. Now, the next habit is one that feels innocent, sometimes even relaxing, but can quietly stir up trouble. I'm talking about that nightly glass of wine or whiskey to wind down. Alcohol, especially in the evening, may feel calming at first, but it acts as a diuretic. That means it increases urine production, pushing your bladder into overdrive during the hours when your body should be resting and repairing. Not only that, alcohol can irritate the bladder and the prostate directly, leading to more frequent urges and a heavier load on your already aging urinary system. Instead of reaching for a drink to relax, try swapping it with something that supports prostate health. A cup of warm chamomile tea earlier in the evening, not right before bed, can help calm your nervous system without overworking your bladder. Or if you enjoy rituals, take 5 minutes to stretch, breathe, and listen to soft music instead. You'll sleep better, and your prostate will thank you. Now that we've covered those first 2 habits, let's keep going. Because the next one might surprise you. It's something millions of men do every night without realizing the long-term cost. Now I get it. After a long day, especially in our 60s and beyond, it feels good to settle into the couch, kick back, and just unwind. A movie, some scrolling on your phone, maybe a good book. There's nothing wrong with a little downtime. But the problem arises when that downtime becomes hours of physical stillness right before bed. Your body isn't designed to be idle for too long, especially not in the evening. Why does this matter for your prostate? Because when we're inactive, blood flow slows down, especially to the pelvic region. And reduced circulation there means your prostate isn't getting the oxygen, nutrients, and drainage it needs. Over time, that stagnation can contribute to inflammation and enlargement. The result? More pressure on the bladder, more nighttime trips to the bathroom, and less restorative sleep. You don't need to do a full workout before bed, but even 5 to 10 minutes of gentle movement, like a walk around the house, light stretches, or leg lifts while watching TV, can improve blood flow and ease pelvic congestion. It's a small effort that pays off big when you're trying to sleep through the night without interruption. Another habit that tends to fly under the radar is late-night snacking, especially on inflammatory foods. We're talking chips, sugary desserts, processed meats, and even spicy takeout. These types of foods may feel comforting in the moment, but they often lead to a spike in inflammation across the body, including in the prostate. And when your prostate is inflamed, it swells. That swelling means more pressure on your urinary system and more bathroom visits at 2 a.m. But it's not just the food, it's also the timing. Eating too close to bedtime forces your body to digest when it should be resting. This can throw off hormone production, increase nighttime urination, and disrupt the delicate balance your prostate needs to stay calm and healthy. Instead, try finishing your last meal or snack at least 2 to 3 hours before you lie down. And when you do feel that craving, choose something that actually supports prostate health, like a few slices of avocado, a handful of pumpkin seeds, or even some lightly steamed broccoli. Yes, it sounds simple, but these little swaps add up. They reduce the burden on your system and help your body heal instead of struggle overnight. Now, let's take a deep breath, because the next habit touches on something we all deal with, but rarely connect to our prostate: stress. Chronic stress, especially the kind we carry silently, worries about our health, family, finances, or the future, can trigger a hormonal storm inside the body. And one of those hormones is cortisol, which, when elevated over time, can throw your entire system off balance. Cortisol increases inflammation. It disrupts your sleep. And yes, it affects the prostate, making it more prone to irritation and swelling. If you're going to bed with your mind racing, your body isn't entering the rest and repair state it needs, and your prostate remains on high alert. What can help? Create a simple, calming routine before bed. Not one that involves screens or news headlines, but something that signals your body it's safe to unwind. It might be quiet journaling, a short meditation, or even a hot shower with dim lights. Let your mind breathe. Let your body release. You'd be surprised how a calm nervous system can calm a troubled prostate too. Let's keep this momentum going, because there's one more habit that often goes unnoticed, yet might be the most important of them all when it comes to protecting your sleep and shrinking your prostate naturally. Now, this might sound harmless at first. Maybe you don't feel the urge right away. Or maybe you're already tucked in, comfortable under the blanket, and you think, I'll just wait until morning. But here's the thing. When you ignore that signal, even for a short while, you're forcing your bladder to stretch and your prostate to endure more pressure than it needs. Do that night after night, and over time, your prostate becomes irritated. That irritation can lead to swelling, making your need to urinate even more frequent. It's a frustrating cycle. Some men even start limiting how often they pee, thinking it'll train the bladder to hold more. But the truth is, after 60, your body's signals change. Holding it in too long doesn't strengthen your bladder. It just burdens your prostate, disrupts your sleep, and can even increase your risk of urinary tract infections. The better habit? Make a bathroom visit a non-negotiable part of your bedtime routine, even if the urge is faint. Think of it like brushing your teeth. It's a basic but essential signal to your body that it's time to wind down and rest. You'll sleep easier, knowing you've cleared that pressure and given your body a better shot at deep, uninterrupted rest. So let's pause for a second and reflect. When we talk about prostate health, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But here's the truth that often gets lost. You have more control than you think. These habits we've discussed, drinking too much late at night, using alcohol to relax, sitting for too long, eating the wrong foods before bed, carrying stress into sleep, and holding in urine, aren't permanent parts of your life. They're choices. And choices can be changed. Even small adjustments, shifting your last drink to earlier in the evening, swapping out a heavy snack for something gentle, standing and stretching during commercials, can help your body feel less burdened and more balanced. And that means better sleep, less urgency, and a calmer, healthier prostate. You've made it this far in the video, and that already tells me something important. You care about your health. You care about taking charge of your body instead of letting age take the wheel. And that mindset, that willingness to learn and improve, is the real key to aging well. So if you're ready to start sleeping better, feeling lighter, and waking up with more energy, begin tonight. Just one small habit, changed with intention, can be the spark that sets everything else in motion. You don't have to fix everything at once. You just have to begin. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what changes you're making or what's been working for you. Your story could inspire someone else. And if you want more guidance on staying strong, sharp, and independent after 60, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We've got so much more coming your way, because you deserve to live your best years with clarity, comfort, and confidence.